the transitions, and then you have all of these different, you can see all of these different ones that you can choose from, and every time, can you point at the arrows right there? That's where you will drag it down, and it will automatically add it for you. So one that I like a lot is when it does this cube rotate. So I'm just going to drag it down there. All right?
So now in between this one and when it moves to this one, it will do that transition and make it fancier for you. And give you a little bit of time in between each
one. So I'm moving the header, that little area here, so we can watch it. So it goes from that, and
you'll see it follows it along. Now it's going to do the cube rotate, and it's going to move into your next the screen.
So that's how you do that. So you imagine, I'm imagining you might be taping, you might be like doing an introduction video of yourself. You can have your title, you can have a little bit of talking, and then maybe a PowerPoint over, going over some parts of your syllabus that you want your students to be aware of. Or if you're doing a PowerPoint lecture and you want to mix it with some other websites or whatever you want to do, you can mix it together, and then you can just add these transitions. So far pretty easy, right? All right, so all you do is kind of click and drag. So that was a transition one. And now I'm going to work a little bit more with the recording from the portal to kind of learn how to zoom in. So what you have to do, this took me a little bit of time to learn, but that little arrow here in the timeline, I don't really know the proper word for it, but that's the one you're going to have to be working with. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so here I have it from the beginning, and then maybe I want to play. Okay, all right, so now I want to pause it because now I want to zoom in here. So now I'm going to go to the zoom and pan icons. I'm just going to click that up. And I want to, let's say I want to zoom in on the taskbar. It's not working. Maybe we want to zoom in somewhere else. And you can see how it changes on that screen if you're not happy with it. So, and then you can notice that below the clip on the timeline now, this little blue diamond has been added, and that's just to show where the zoom in is at. Yeah, right there. And I can just replace it before to see what it will look like, to see if I like it or not. And you can see how it just changed a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
But you can zoom it in, because she was showing them how to go to the academics tab. You can zoom it in small enough where it'll bring that academics tab really big and really large. And you can do it as far as you want.
Okay, so let's add a call out. That might be better here. Like the one that I like sometimes to use is something like this. And here I have it on the screen and I want to move it up. So you have to kind of just, it's like playing around. Everything is just playing around with it the whole time.
If you want to shrink it and run it in a corner and hold it down.
Yeah. So now it's close to what we were looking at. Something like this. And then you can reposition it. Let's see.
You could also change its color.
Yeah.
Because our background is red and your
box
is
I know.
red. So.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure you do.
Yeah. You can change it, right? You can just go, I have to go back to the sketch. You see right there, border color. You can change it to whatever one that you want. If you want to have it like lime green, for instance, might work better with a red background. So now we've added a little call out. That's what it's called when you add, something like an arrow. But you can see all of the different ones that they have. They have the little bubbles and text boxes. And then they have these ones right here. And I'm going to show you how to do this a little bit later. So I'm going to play it. So So here we're going to go up. So now I want to make sure that they can really see that task menu. So now I really want to zoom in on this academics tab. You can do it like that. Academics. Alright, and now we got to this page right here. So I'm going to wait a little bit until we scroll down. So the last feature I wanted to show you is how you can highlight something. So I'm going to go back a little bit. Make sure it covers the whole. Then you can do another call out, and you see this effect right here. You can highlight or do a spotlight, which is the one that I like to use. And if you just want to put it right here. Like that.
So you don't have to tell it to add it once you kind of play with it. It'll automatically add it in for you. Right?
Yeah. So you see that this timeline now has it has the text call out and the sketch and then the spotlight, and then it has a zoom in there at the same time. And
anywhere you have a blue diamond is where action is going to occur.
yeah. And every time you just want to kind of, well, what does my presentation look like now? You just take this little arrow here and you take it all the way back. Okay. So, and that's just how you do it. And that's just, and you saw that, a lot of the zooming wasn't, and the sketching could have come later. But, I just wanted to show you how easy it is because I was really afraid of using this timeline with all of the editing. I just did my PowerPoint lecture notes. And if I said something wrong, I said, oops, said that wrong, then I just continued, or I would start recording all over again because I didn't even want to mess with it because it just seemed so, time consuming. And then when I did the 30-day free trial, I actually went, the first thing that I did is I went to this link here that I posted below in the handout, and I listened to a lot of the free tutorial videos that it comes with, and it seemed pretty simple, much more simpler than I thought it would be. This is all about, clicking and dragging. Now it'll take some time when you're doing the zooming and just get it right time-wise, it will, but I noticed that the more days that I worked with it, the easier it was just to, remember to pause, do whatever I wanted to do, click play, see if I liked it, and then you just save your project. So we just wanted to show you some of the things. We did not, expect you to take notes because all of the tutorial videos of how to do this right here, I just wanted to make sure that you thought it was approachable. And I use this all the time in my class, and my students really, really like it. Now, both Spanish and English students, they say they enjoy that there is a different way to engage with the students, not just read this chapter in the book, turn in this paper, go over this PowerPoint. They can hear us, and you can make fun things like this. I try to add music. And the library here, as you can see, has a lot of already made up stuff that is really cool and neat that you can already use and just tweak it to how you want it.
I assume you cannot upload like a video to insert.
Yes, you can.
You can?
Yes, you
okay,
can. The problem with the video is that they have one one called Wildlife, and I was trying to find it, but I couldn't find it immediately, and I didn't want to spend time looking for it. I had uploaded it on my jump drive, but that didn't work to locate that. But what I did with that, it showed like it was a video, kind of like if you would shoot yourself using one of the flip cameras. You can import that and just drag it down to the timeline. Absolutely. The problem is finding videos. You can't just go to YouTube because you can't save and download them. You can just watch them right there. And that is how it is with many websites, because for Spanish, I try to find different cultural aspects, and I wanted to join. You can't download and save them. So that's the main challenge, is to find the videos. You really have to probably make them yourself, but you definitely can use videos.
Yeah, I could just record a video of myself and insert it right here.
Yeah.
And it could say, so, and they could then see me, and now I've taken you through how to access your courses on the portal, and they get a visual of me, and that can be done with just something a little webcam like this.
Okay, during that 30-day trial, will we have access to the microphone and the...
Well, the microphone is something separate. Now, some computers come with a built-in microphone, but we have. Last time when we got Camtasia from Wendy, the campus also ordered microphones.
Okay.
So you can still use those.
Jack, I noticed that after you were finished, and it popped up a screen that said "Produce Now."
Yes.
Is there something that you can go back and see it before you produce it? Or are you stuck with it just?
You can edit it. Another option was to edit it.
But does it come back to this thing?
Yes. We'll come back to this where you will go through and you would be able to play it and find the spot where you maybe want to start over. That's what you would see. All you would do is hit play, and it would show it. It would show your video.
Was there? I didn't see a box that said play.
You have a.
It'll just be this.
You haven't saved this yet, have you?
I got you.
You haven't saved this yet.
There's a button that says
saved
produce.
No.
And then you can click on produce, but underneath that there was one that said edit. And if you highlight the edit, it will take you back to this screen. Then you can push the play button and watch your video.
Okay,
And then it'll take you through that again and say, are you ready to produce? And at that point, if you're happy, you would say yes, produce.
So as long as there's nothing really horrible, then I just want to see it before I put
Absolutely.
it
I'm the same way. I want to see everything. And so I always hit that edit production first. It takes me back to here. I can watch it, and then if I'm happy with it, it'll run me back through there and say, are you ready to produce? And at that point in time, I would click yes, produce, and it'll do that little percentage bar that you saw, rendering project, and then it'll save it to your folder, that Camtasia folder, and then
You can't preview in full screen. You can only preview from this screen. Is that accurate?
No, you can pop over.
Can you go full screen on this?
This one right here.
Don't try the other one. Right there. There you go. So you can preview, and that, it's still about the same size, but it takes all that junk.
Yeah.
And we're about out of time. We've got a couple more minutes. Any other questions, Steve?
I had Lonnie's got 4 versions.
If you were, like I have online laptops,
Yes.
the videos, does it record the videos as well? Like if I'm watching for example, you mentioned YouTube, you can't save the videos, but can you be watching the video and showing them, look at this thing here?
I did that.
Will it actually show the video, or is it?
I have never tried to go to the website and click what Camtasia for, but I mean,
It works with smart signs, so
good.
calling it
I did that whole thing like she was showing where you did the screenshot. I did that for the lab.
It'll record the video from
It just records whatever's shown on the screen.
Yeah.
It doesn't
So
matter,
the
there's
video
no
shown on the
compatibility
screen.
issues or anything.
It records all the moving parts of a YouTube video.
Well, mine is not YouTube video. It's
It's a flash
Oh,
video
a
of
real
some sort,
thing.
but it's what YouTube is.
Yeah.
I've even gone through and added a video of myself. I might be in the middle of a lecture and I might want to show a demonstration for renewable energy, showing how to make biodiesel. And I've videotaped myself making biodiesel, and they can see what it looks like, and just inserted that into the timeline. So there's a lot of different things you can plug in. I know.
And one thing that I haven't tried is that when you are doing it, you can actually add quizzes and surveys into your presentation. I haven't looked at that video yet, but I thought, that might be interesting if you have a longer lecture, like some of my lectures are really long, and you can break it up with, some, quizzes that they can actually click on, and I thought that might be fun. And I haven't watched that one yet. I'm not that advanced yet, but, I'm getting there. But that would be something else you could do with your material.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.